YouTube? What it do? I'm coming through with another video on this Sunday evening, and we're going to get right into this topic again. I'm going to explain to you guys why narcissists will purposely get you to overreact and overextend on yourself to give them a reaction. They do this because when they say something to you, they're looking at you out of this eye. They're waiting to say something to get under your skin. Now when they say what they said, and they already know in the back of their mind you're going to overreact and you're going to do what you shouldn't do, they're staring at you and they're waiting for you to fire back. When you give them an emotional reaction, they do this on purpose so they can gain power and control over you. Because you are giving to them. You are giving them your emotion. You are invested into what they just said. You bought what they just threw at you. And they are looking for that. Once you give them that power, now they have control over you. And guess what? It happened to me in my life many, many times. I gave my power away to them many, many times. It's all spiritual warfare. It's all mental. And I can't explain it to you guys enough how many times it actually happened to me. So many times. So many times. And you can only do it so many times before you see those situations for what they are. If somebody says something to you to get you emotional, to get you to overreact, you don't have to answer that question. You don't have to play into what they just said. You're allowed to ignore them. You're allowed to look at them as they're the joke and just basically say, like, nice try, but nah, I'm good. Okay. Just give them such a dull reaction, because when you do this, you give them no power. And they know this. And when they know you're not giving them power, you just got power over them, because now they're going to get emotional. Now they're going to be caught up in their feelings because you didn't buy into what they just did. And they can't get out of you what they wanted. And that's how that works. They do this as another form of control and manipulation. There was many times in my life too where I won these little battles with these types of people in so many different places. At home, at school, sports, gym, grocery store. You would be surprised who's really a narcissist and who isn't a narcissist. Sometimes people you would least expect are narcissists. And when you see these people for what they are, you will never look at them the same ever again. I know I don't. I don't look at people for who they present themselves to be in the very first image of them. I'm looking at the soul. I'm looking at what is coming out of this person's soul. Before I do these videos, you guys can look at me and you guys can judge me. But once you see what's actually coming out of my soul, I think you guys have a good idea of who I am. And it's the same thing that goes for you guys. When you're dealing with a narcissist, when you're looking to figure out if somebody is a narcissist, just pay attention to their behavior and how they behave. And watch the words and the phrases that come out of their mouth. Pay attention to their energy. Because they do nothing but take. If you notice, they do nothing but take. Everything they do is to take. They're not looking to give you anything. They're not looking to give you any compliments unless it's fake. And that's a form of manipulation. That's another dangerous thing. There are some good narcissists out there that will tell you everything you want to hear just to get you hooked. This happened to me too. I probably got conned by some of the best female covert narcissists you can possibly find. And this is facts. I got manipulated so bad in the past that it was hard to get out of that situation. I didn't feel the same for a long time afterwards. And people think you're going crazy. People think... I actually just seen a comment on my YouTube channel that a guy told me that he lost a buddy of his when he got this girlfriend. Obviously, he said she was an narc. And yes, he's right. Because if you lose one of your friends, let's say if he gets a girlfriend, you feel like he completely changes, there's a very high chance that he just got in with a narcissist. Unless he actually makes a big move and just changes his life around for the better. Which still, he would still be the same guy. He'd still be in these people's lives. In his friends' lives. Right? He's not lying when he's saying these things, because the exact same thing happened to me, and I told him in the comments that the same thing happened to me. Whenever I got it good the very first time, when I was in a relationship, maybe not even in a relationship, just talking to this person, just with this person, a false relationship, I lost everything. And it hurt like hell. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know where to go. I just dealt with all my shit by myself. No therapist, no family. I didn't want to tell anybody. I didn't want to tell parents. I didn't want to say anything to almost anybody. Just my close friends, and even I couldn't even go around them without breaking a tear, and I couldn't be myself. I just had to get away from them too, because I ain't gonna bring this shit onto you guys either. This is something that just happened to me, now I gotta deal with this bullshit. And it hurts like hell. Because they project everything onto you of how they feel. You now take on their feelings. And whenever you feel pain, they feel pleasure. Whenever you feel pleasure, they feel pain. Whenever you're happy, they're sad or mad or pissed off. Whenever you are sad or mad or pissed off, they are happy. They are the complete polar opposite of you. You both cannot be happy together. And you are not going to be sad and mad together. It's going to be one or the other. If you're up, they're down. If you're down, they're up. This is how they are. It is a huge wake-up call going through one of these experiences. And whenever you go through these experiences, especially for the first time, your whole world comes crashing down. And it feels like it's over. It's unexplainable. Your soul is like gone. And you have to go through hell and back and go down some roots to get back to yourself. If you're willing to put up that fight, you will get there. If you're not willing to fight, you may never get back to yourself. Ever. I had to go through the trenches. I had to fight by myself to get through these situations. And I did it. And you guys can do it too. And the hard thing about this is too, is whenever you attract these types of people, there's a good chance you're going to keep attracting them. So you got to watch out before you get into another relationship with quite possibly one of these people, the same people. The same thing's going to happen all over again. There were situations where this shit was happening all over to me again, and I seen it and cut that girl off. More than once this happened. She was going on about how she's depressed and this and that and that and this, and I tried to tell her that depression does not exist. It is your own fault for being depressed. And let me say this before you guys come in the comments and say depression is real. Guess what? You can feel depressed. It's real in a sense where being depressed is an emotional imbalance. There's a chemical imbalance in your body. Something is off with you. But being depressed and being diagnosed with depression, that does not exist. It does not exist. People almost trick themselves into depression. When we are with narcissists, when we get in contact with a narcissist, we trick ourselves into the relationship with the narcissist, and we actually never loved this person. Because that's not even who they actually were. It was fake. It was a trick. It was trickery. It's the same thing with depression. People trick themselves into depression. You can trick yourself out of it too. You can get yourself out of it too. That's why it doesn't exist. Narcissists do not exist either. It's the same thing. And most of these narcissistic people will complain a lot about being depressed. And it's a bunch of bullshit. That's why I was telling this person, like, it doesn't exist. She would argue with me. I cut her off. You know why I cut her off? Because this exact same thing happening before with other girls. And guess what they were? Narcs. Guess what this girl was? Narc. She was pretty. She was cute. She was good looking. But guess what? She was a narc. She was coming for me. And I'm not here to say no ho. Ho, you gotta go. I gotta continue on my life. And I gotta get myself to where I need to be. You can go and waste somebody else's time with your crocodile tears. Because I ain't buying your bullshit. Get the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? They make the lamest, dumbest excuses. People can feel depressed, but are you even putting up a fight? Are you eating healthy? Are you eating clean every day? Are you drinking your water? Are you getting exercise? Are you getting sun? Are you getting outside? Are you going for walks? Are you exercising? Are you doing these things? Or are you just sitting around complaining about being depressed? It makes no fucking sense. It makes no sense. These are narcs. Narcs make excuses. Narcs want the easy way out. Narcs want to use people. Everything about them is to use people. Everything about them is fake. They cannot deal with real life. Real life is too much for them. Real life is simply just too much for them. They have to hurtle up in a ball and go crawl somewhere and beg for somebody to come feed them, pamper them, do whatever the fuck they gotta do to just give them supply. Feed me. bath me, give me love, and I'm not going to give you any back. I want all your love, but I can't give you none back. Could I have some money, but I'm not going to give you any back. I don't plan on repaying you anytime. I'm just going to use you. That's all I'm going to do. They're absolute jokes, is what they are. And this is what they do. And some of them, the worst of the worst of them are so dirty. Because they want to literally destroy you. Some of them will con you into having sex, then soul tie you, and then start the punishment there by doing some crazy shit. This shit happened to me too. I've had some hoes that try to manipulate me with sex and try to soul tie me. And they did a good job, but I did a better job. I seen it. I knew what it was. And everything about this person was off. Good looking person, but she was off. And I don't want any crazy emails from anybody. Trying to tell me I'm crazy or anything like this, because I've been getting emails. If you're calling me crazy, I already know you're fucking crazy. And I already know you're a narc, because this is exactly what you fucking idiots do. Every one of you are the exact same. And everybody on this channel that actually has a soul, that actually has empathy, knows exactly what I'm talking about. Because this shit happened to every single one of us. And guess what? We know how to love. We know how to care for other people. But none of you blood-sucking demons know. That's enough for this video. Just understand that to back to the title of this topic, like I said, they want to use that other form of control. They want to use manipulation and control to try to get a reaction out of you. To get power. They'll get power in the craziest, sleaziest ways if you pay attention close enough. I see this so clearly now. All this is just getting more and more and more clearer to me by the day. And I couldn't be any more grateful for that, because the more clear you become on this topic of narcissism, the better your life gets. The quicker you heal. There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. It's like that for me, and I bet any money it's the exact same way for you guys. They will do the craziest shit. To get something out of you. They will go above and beyond. And they are smart doing this. They're very smart. They know exactly what they're doing. And some of the things they do is just dumb. Just dumb. You can see it from a mile away. But some of the things they do is very smart, very intelligent, very calculated. So you got to be careful of those things. Because not every single thing they do is very smart, very intelligent, and very calculated. They're going to do something dumb every now and then. It's just a matter, it's just who they are. They're not perfect. They're not flawless. And you're going to see these little red flags. And when you see them, run. I'm cutting this video off now, guys. I will be back tomorrow with another one, another fresh topic. This was a video request, by the way. And I'll probably do another video request tomorrow. I'm out, guys. Peace.